How's it going, everyone? Larry here with the Farmstead Way, out here in a beautiful evening. You got the neighbor's horse right here. Decided to take a mosey over and eat all the grass in the bottom field, but that's okay because I got to mow. Today I want to do a little bit something different because I wanted to show you something that I really enjoy, and that is this Mossberg 590 Shockwave. This is my absolute favorite firearm that I own. It is a lot of fun to shoot, and I really wanted to do a video today going over how I have this set up, because there's a lot of people that own these guns that I think they have them set up very poorly, because people like to discount this gun. It has got a 14-inch barrel. I think it's over 23 inches in length, and I have done some work to it to make it easier to shoot. Now, these firearms have things they are good at and things they are not good at. And I think when it comes to a firearm like this, people like to discount the gun itself because of the things it can't do. This is not a long distance fast weapon. This is a close distance shotgun. And I absolutely love short barrel shotguns like these. Growing up, and even still today, my favorite movie was The Mummy Returns, and Rick O'Connell has a Winchester 1883 lever action shotgun. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever, to have a shotgun that had a bird's head grip like this one does, a short barrel, and just watch him use it was really cool. So I always wanted something like that. So when Mossberg came out with the Shockwaves, I thought to myself, one, I never thought I'd be able to find one until they came more readily available, and that as soon as I able to, I'd purchase one. But I noticed when I first bought this and I tried shooting it the way it was set up, it was really hard to shoot. I've set guns up like this before with an 18-inch barrel, and I put on a bird's head grip, and it was really difficult to shoot. So it took some experimentation to get it set up. So let's just go over the gun. So I've replaced the foregrip with a Hogue overmold grip. Now the Hogue pumps come too long for this gun. So I took a hacksaw and cut it down to the same length as the original Ford pump. This allows you to get a better grip on it, and it's rubberized, because that's one of the issues that happens is when you go to fire this weapon, it wants to go this way. The rubberized grip allows you to get a stronger grip, and it's tapered on the top here, which allows you to get a really good purchase on the firearm. Another thing that is probably the biggest downside to these guns is, since there's no buttstock, the recoil can be brutal. And what happens with the regular bird's head grip, it's slick, and you pull the trigger. This thing's empty, by the way. You pull the trigger and the gun wants to go this way. So you end up getting a death grip on it, and because you get a death grip on it, when you go to pull the trigger, you want to jerk. And that's also something you have to be careful with. This is, if you shoot these a lot, you can develop a really bad anticipation because you know the recoil is coming. So it takes a lot of dry fire and a lot of practice. So what I did is I took a rubber sleeve that helped to grip with these, and on the sling stud on the back, I think I put that on there, but I'm not sure if they come with it. I put a sling stud or a sling ring, and I put the strap. So a combination of the rubber plus this allows you to get a really strong purchase on the grip, and it allows you to get a nice controlled trigger pull. Now these by itself allows the gun to be very controllable. It allows you to absorb the recoil into your hand. It allows you to have a good grip, and it allows you to get a good sight picture without doing all this stupid stuff, because I hate seeing these guns fired from the hip, because there's no point. You need to get a good sight picture. So the next thing I also did is I made this sling. I made my own single double sling. So as you can see, I've got a sling stud up here, which you can also use as a standoff device if you're breaching. And it also allows you to do this. So on the back side, you'll notice this plate. This is the back plate off of a side saddle that they sell from Mossberg's. So I put the plate on, and then I took the trigger assembly pin out and replaced it with a threaded bolt with a nut, and I put a sling stud on this side. So what this allows you to do with this setup is to attach this thing. So now you got a single point sling. What this also allows you to do is use the sling as a cheek well for sighting, because without it, you got to come up and you got to find the sight. What this allows you to do, let me clip it on here, is when you get ready to shoot, come up, and your cheek, if you can see it, now is a place to sit. And you can rest against it, and you can use that to help out with follow-up shots. Because when you shoot, there's a lot of movement in this thing just from racking it. And like I said, with limitations, this thing's not a Benelli M4. You can't just go pop, 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 and get a good and get consistent hits. This gun has a speed limit, or else you're going to get crappy shots. So about the fastest you can shoot accurately is that. What this also allows you to do, the way I've got it set up, is you can take this clip off here, run it down, attach it up here, and now you got a regular sling. So you can sling it on your back, and then when you are going to walk around with it or shoot with it, you take that off, clip it in, and you're good to go. Let me take my hat off and get this on. Yep. What this also allows you to do is, if you wanted to, you can, I can take this belt magnet of mine, put it right here on my belt, and that will lock it into place. So if you got another rifle that you're wanting to use and you go and you want to use this, you take it off the magnet, come up, shoot it, pull the sling back, get it back on the magnet, and you're good to go to get hands on. Like I said, it's a shame to see people discount these weapons because they're so much fun to shoot and they're super effective in close range. You just have to practice with it. Taking your time to get good trigger release and control, and not jerk too much. And that allows these shock waves to be really effective. Like I said, this has a speed limit, it has its limitations, but I've used this to shoot clay pigeons, and I actually shot better with this shooting at birds than I actually did my over-under 28-inch barrel, double barrel. It's really good for close combat. Like I said, I've never been in combat, so you can't really attest to that, but I would feel comfortable using this in a close quarter situation. I've also shot slugs out of this, and as long as you get a good sight picture and trigger release, you can be accurate. I've shot slugs up to 30 yards with this and nailed steel with it. This is not something I would want to use for home defense, not because it wouldn't be a good weapon for it, but because I do not want to shoot this in my house. If I'm shooting buckshot, I cannot account for where every single one of those pellets are going, and I spent a lot of time working in that house, and I don't want to fill the hallway with buckshot and have to repair drywall in TVs, and possibly don't want to nick someone with it. If I was in someone else's house or in the woods, that'd be a different story. Which this is where this really shines, and I think it's a good place for it. Say if you're just doing a woods walk and you've got, you know, something coming up on you, mainly just nasty wild dogs or coyotes or, I don't know, any disgruntled animal. This gun's really good for getting a good sight picture and being able to back up and put multiple shots on target. Really close for animals. So this, like I said, this is one of my favorite guns. Hopefully you guys are into some firearms content. If you would like to see more of it, I will post it. I'm always kind of hesitant about these kind of videos because I don't know what YouTube allows. But if you guys are into this kind of stuff, just comment below, and I would gladly show you different firearms content and whatnot. But like I said, Mossberg Shockwave, do not discount it. You just got to set it up right, practice with it, and know how to use it. So that's Larry here with the Farmstead Way. You all have a safe weekend. Take it easy.